Hello, how are you? Oh my word, it is a very, very hot afternoon. Very, very hot day. And so I'm having cold coffee. See, that's the beauty of coffee. You can have it cold, you can have it hot, you can have it with milk, you can have it black. And I'm going to take a sip because I am hot. Welcome to Coffee with Temmi. How are you doing? I'm going to talk today about single parenting. This was a topic that came to my mind, I think, last week or so, but I was debating should I do this before or after Christmas. But when I say events, I've had conversations in the last 48 hours that convinced me that this is the time to have this because I don't know who's going through what. Like I've said before, we all put on lipstick and look nice and, dress in dress well, but not everything is not necessarily well with us. So, what are the things that single parents go through? And some of the things I'm going to say today can also apply to someone who's single, not necessarily with a child, but who is single. And this goes for whether you're male or whether you're female. Well, at least some of them is whether you're male or whether you're female. I'm going to try and break it down because I understand this quite a bit because I'm also a single parent. Whether you're a single parent by choice or by events, we go through certain things together. There is the loneliness of being a single parent. The loneliness that comes from not having another adult to talk to in the house, for example, to share things with. The loneliness that comes from having to do everything by yourself. And like I said, whether it's by choice or by event, these things just are common to that situation. If it's by event, you might find that your loneliness might actually be double. What I mean is, you could go through a divorce, for example, or separation, and friends or families take sides, and the loneliness you feel it's not just because now you are alone, but that some friends have left you, or some family members that you thought were your friends are now on the other side. And this just makes it even worse. So this just makes it even worse. Please, one thing that you should not do is isolate yourself. Please do not isolate yourself. Talk to someone. Talk to someone. When we are single, and again, depending on whether you're single, the single parenting can be even more difficult depending on whether the number of kids that you have. Because with the number of kids that you have comes even more responsibility, the number and then the age of your children. If you've got kids that need financial support, oh my word, it is a lot on your plate. Because these children grow, okay? They don't come with a timetable of growth or timetable of sickness or timetable of... Actually, they don't come with a blueprint. So you're going to have to be disciplinarian all by yourself. You're going to have to be the bad mom and the good mom at the same time, or bad dad and the good dad at the same time. You're going to have to discipline with one hand and pull to your heart, with the other. And this can be stressful on yourself. You have to think of all the bills that have to be paid. You actually have no choice but to put your kids first in everything. And somehow you have to put your work as well. So in a way, it's like you're putting your work and your kids on the same level. So sometimes one of them is going to have to outweigh the other one. And the last person or the last thing that you think about is yourself and your well-being. And that in itself is dangerous. But we think we don't have a choice. So I'm going to talk about the isolation first. You need help. Ask for help. You need to surround yourself. When I say surround, you don't have to be that many. You need to have a support system. Support system of friends, support system of family, support system with other single parents. Make friends. You gotta be friendly. I'm not a friendly person, but God has just provided me with people who like me nonetheless. Oh my word. The loneliness of being single can, like I said, can increase if you've been married or you've been with a partner and then you separate and then families and friends take sides. It actually adds to your feeling kind of abandoned or neglected. But you can also reach out, because sometimes it's not that they've abandoned you or neglected you, but because of all the things that were going on in your life, you just didn't have time for other things. But things will settle sooner or later into whatever pattern, whether it's a pattern that you like or pattern that you don't like. Reach out. Reach out to friends. Reach out to family. Reach out to other single parents. And if you really, really think things are really rough, please get professional counseling. I posted a counseling number. I'll post it again today. Please speak to someone. Speak to someone. Sometimes you feel you're at the end of your rope. You know that this is really it. You're just tired. You just can't go on. There is always tomorrow. There is always tomorrow. It can be really, I'm not saying this because I've got my own support system, but I know there's been time when I've thought, what on earth was I thinking? What on earth was I thinking? How did I get into this? But I am so blessed that I have people that I can call on to. And you need that. You need that. Sometimes your family might not be so helpful, and you might find more support with friends. And sometimes it's friends that are not as understanding. If you've always been an outgoing person, and then all of a sudden you can't go out as often as you used to, or you can't spend money like you used to, you might find that your friends are not always there again, and that's okay. You begin to understand what your priorities are, and you begin to shave some things off that you thought were absolutely necessary, but really they're not anymore. So find support. Finances. Next thing is finances. This can be, again, like I said, depending on the number of children that you have, it can be tight. It can be like you're always trying to make ends meet. And like I said, some of this can apply to single people as well. It's like you're always trying to make ends meet. One thing you need to know right now, you don't need to be like the Joneses. You actually don't need to be like the Joneses. You don't need to shop brands for your children unless you can absolutely afford it. These kids grow like wildfire. They just grow and grow and grow. Whatever you bought at the beginning of this year, go and check. They can't wear it again. That's if you still have it in their wardrobe. Whatever you bought 3 months ago, it's gone. It's not just the school uniform, it's everything. So buying brands, really, it's not really, unless, like I said, you can absolutely afford it. You need to work on your budget. Again, if you need help, you need to maybe sometimes go to your bank. I'm not going to say borrow money from friends, no, but you might actually have someone who is able to help you. Obviously, you don't want to become a charity case. So you need to know when financial help is really absolutely necessary. It's not, I need to take my kids on summer vacation. We need to go somewhere on holiday during December. Those are not really absolutely necessary financial needs. They're not. If you need help with paying school fees, now that is a financial need. That is a financial need. If a child needs medical attention and there's someone who can help you, that is a financial need. You need to know what is important and what is not. Emotionally, may I go there? We need help. We need someone to talk to. We need someone to talk to who is not going to take your story and it's all over town. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't want the whole world to know what is going on with you. So we need emotional help. Fine, you don't need lots of friends. It's not a Facebook contest. It's not an Instagram contest. You need a lot. You don't need a lot of friends. You need friends that can be there for you when you need them. You need friends that you can talk to no matter what the time of the day. You need friends that you can talk to who understand that you just need to talk. Sometimes you don't need somebody to give you a solution. You just need someone to listen to you. Please find a friend like that. You don't need a lot. 1, 2, and you're blessed. If they're friends, not acquaintances, friends will stay with you. Friends will stay with you. Another thing that I that I think we need that I like to chat about is dating as a single parent. It is I don't know, maybe this is not, maybe this is another, maybe it's another topic, another chat totally, because there are all sorts of landmines to dating when you're a single parent. When must this person meet my children? Must this person even meet my children? Is this the kind of person I want to bring home to my children? How will my children take it when there's someone else in the picture? Does this person want to be with someone who has children? It's just a whole lot of I think that's another topic entirely. So I'm just going to leave it at this. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Do not be afraid to speak to someone. You know what? Maybe someone is going to gossip about you. Let them gossip. It's going to be a 9 o'clock news, and then by 12 o'clock, there's something else on their minds. Don't worry about other people. As a single parent, you need to find time for yourself. You need to find time to check in with yourself. You need to find a hobby. Yes, I was going to say that. You need to find a hobby. I don't care what the hobby is. So long as it's not destructive to you or to other people, you need to find a hobby. Mine is reading, as you all know. I love to read, and I love TV. I can't say I love TV and I love to read. And I have my programs, and not all my programs are shooting. In fact, in the past 2 months, I think, I've actually been watching things that normally I wouldn't. I'm watching stories that have to do with families. Find something that interests you. I love comedy. I love to laugh. Find something. Find a hobby. Knitting, bird watching, I don't know, hiking. Just find something to do that is just for you. Find somewhere you can take the children to once in a while. Find a friend that you can exchange with. You babysit today, I babysit tomorrow. If you're single, but if you have a partner that you're not together again, make a timetable so that your partner can also have the kids. You don't have to do it all by yourself. There is help, but you must not be afraid to ask for it. You just got to ask. People are going to think everything is fine if you keep quiet. If you keep quiet, well, your problems are going to keep quiet with you. So please, I've had a single mom crying because the child was sick and he just didn't know what to do. And I know that because I just cry. My child is sick, I just cry. It's like I can't think. It's like my brain is shut off and I just cry. And then I have a good cry and then I get to grips with what's going on because your child needs you. You will have to get to grips with it. What was I going to say? I've had a conversation as well of a friend, of someone committing suicide. This is that time of the year where people just feel so lonely and so alone. Please, I'm begging you. I'm actually begging you. Talk to someone. Talk to someone. They might not solve your problem, but they're there to listen. They're there to listen. Please. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. I hope I've helped someone. I hope, yeah. And it really is hot. All the ice in my coffee is gone. It's been Coffee with Temmi. I'll see you. Christmas is next week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.